Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys a little thing you can do at home to help the wildlife in your own back garden. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make some vegan fat balls for the birds that visit your garden. So, backstory to this video. I was sat on the sofa the other day watching the birds as I drink my morning coffee, which is what I always do because I'm secretly an 82-year-old woman. But I suddenly started noticing that some of the guys that were visiting me are really on the skinny side this year, which obviously, it being mid-December and reaching some pretty cold temperatures here where I live this year, I decided I wanted to do something for them to try and help them through these tough times and get a little squidgy friends back, because really this time of year you want your birds to be looking chunky and cuddly so that they can survive the rest of the winter that's to come. So I started looking for recipes for fat balls for birds, and I suddenly started realising that all the ones in the shops, in garden centres and online all had lard, fat, suet, some form of animal fat base. And don't get me wrong, disclaimer, I do understand that most birds are omnivores and do not actually care if there is lard or suet in their little treats we give them. What I do care about is my own personal values. I'm vegan and do not want to put in money to the meat industry, and everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and that is completely fine. It's just, for me, it wasn't something that I wanted to do, so I had to try and find an alternative. I started doing a bit of research and I realised the reason animal fat is actually used is it's actually quite high in saturated fat and low in polyunsaturated fat, which is not necessarily the bad stuff, but the stuff that the birds don't want. They want the saturated fat. So I've decided today to sub out the suet in recipes for coconut oil because it is high in saturated fat and very much mimics the same sort of things that are in suet or other forms of animal fat. So you guys don't have to do this. You could use lard or something else if you wanted to, but for me and for the purpose of this video, I'll be using coconut fat. Right, enough of me talking at you. Let's go make some fat balls. The ingredients you will need are as follows: 50 grams of coconut oil, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, 3 tablespoons of oats, 2 tablespoons of plain flour, and 2 tablespoons of seeds, which I went for de-shelled sunflower seeds, just to give them a little treat, and 2 tablespoons of raisins. First, add the coconut oil into a pan over low heat, and then add the peanut butter. I chose peanut butter with whole unskinned peanuts. I think it's called whole nut peanut butter or something, so it's less processed and gives them slightly more natural experience with big chunks of peanuts in, just to add a bit more variety into what the birds will be getting. Then add your flour, your seeds and raisins and your oats into a mixing bowl. When picking the types of seeds to use, pick seeds that are useful and sought after by the birds that are common in your garden. I've posted a little link below with all different seeds for different birds so you guys can pick. I've picked for the birds that are most common in my garden, so you guys can adapt that to what works for you. Once the oil and peanut butter have melted, add them to the bowl and stir until it is completely ready. Then cover up the mixing bowl and pop it in the fridge for 20 minutes, or however long it takes for them to harden just a little bit, so you can mold them into the shapes you want. Then after that, line a baking tray with some baking parchment, get the mixture and roll them into small balls or whatever shape you would like them to finally harden into. Then pop them back into the fridge and allow them to harden up for a further hour or however long it takes for them to be nice and firm. So I'm just putting them on the table. Nothing too fancy, we'll just leave them there. And we'll go inside. And I'll be sat on the sofa right here, waiting till the birds come. that's it. It's not difficult. It's actually really, really simple. I was expecting some major catastrophe, it all to go horribly wrong, and me to have a video on how not to create fat balls, but somehow it worked. So let me know how you guys get on in the comments below. Tell me what seeds you added, what birds you've got in the garden, how it worked for you. Is there something that you did a bit different that you think others should try as well? And send me any videos or photos. I really want to see how it goes. As always, please do make sure you have subscribed to my channel and that you've liked this video if you have liked it, and don't forget to leave your comments because I really love seeing what you guys do with this information and how it affects you guys, how it affects the wildlife that you guys see. And I will see you in another 2 weeks for another video on something just as exciting or as important as the last two, and I really hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. And until then, I will see you guys next time, and happy bird watching. See ya! Bye!